Hello and welcome or welcome back to Plans with Elle. This channel is all about our family of 3 getting ourselves out of debt and financially free. We do check-ins, cash stuffings and debt updates on this channel, so if that sounds like something that you come to YouTube for, then please do stick around. Hi everybody, it's lovely to have you here. Happy New Year. I hope that you've had a lovely start to the new year. I hope that those of you that are setting goals, that I know we're a few days in now, I hope that you are beginning to chunk those out, take those little steps that you need in order to achieve those bigger goals. In our house, we have certainly begun with both our personal goals as well as our financial goals. Now, I need to be completely honest, this budget has already been an absolute mess, just due to being paid later than expected, bills coming out prior to being paid, so it made things a little bit confusing. So I'm not going to do an official check-in for the week just gone, and we're going to call the week that I'm filming for today week 1, and it's going to be 4 weeks from now. So we have had a 5-week month for January, but we're going to go for, this is week 1 of our 4 weeks, just because, like I say, bills came out before we got paid and it just made things a little bit confusing. So some of the salary that we got had already been spent on. Honestly, it's too confusing. I can't even think of how to explain it. So hopefully that's okay. We will just get on with what we are left with. So here are our weekly cash envelopes. Not much in them, but I did want to just show, because I had some change in my purse. So we do have a little bit of change in groceries, so we will get on with that first. And it is £1, what an ugly 20p, 40, 50, 66, £1.66. So that is just going to all go into our penny jar. Hopefully this won't be noisy. Okay, there we go. So £1.66. Let's get out our penny saving challenge that I did change. I changed it up. I'm not quite in shot there, am I? Here we go. And I know I need to cross off this one. I mentioned it in the last video that I would do it. So here I am doing it now. So £1.66 is what we need to do for today. I'm really sorry again about the lighting, by the way. I know the ring light's probably shining on that a bit. I'll try and angle it in a moment. But it's another one of those really dull days. So the ring light has to be on. And also the light in the room light I'm in, the bulb's gone. So this is what we're having to deal with. I do apologise. So what did I say? £1.66. Let's take away 81 and take away 80, which leaves us with 5. So 81, 80, and then we'll also subtract 5. So I still don't know if I like this method for crossing it off, but hopefully we'll get through it quickly enough and I can decide something else for another time. So happy with how that is going. On to the next envelope. This is a new envelope in terms of, it's a new weekly envelope, so there's no leftover from that. So that's those 2 sorted. Transport, no leftover. And we have spending. So some of this is the money that I would have spent last week. I decided not to. I'm sure there was 15. Well, I'll have a look in a second, see if there's a £1 coin hiding. I think it is there. And then I also received some Christmas money. So let's get that out now. It should be £45. So the 25 that I didn't either do in the dice roll or anything last week, just because I knew I wasn't filming. And like I say, it was a mess. So I just thought I'll save it for this week. And then £20 that I got for Christmas money. So that's 40, and then there is 5 there. So one of my goals was to get on with the dice challenge. So not in the way that it's technically supposed to be done, which is obviously every time you roll, that's how much you put away. I'm still going to do that, but I'm also going to be putting money into it because I now know what I want to do with the money. I want to get myself some winter boots. Winter is almost over. Well, it's not almost over, but I'd like to get them as soon as possible. And in order to get them as soon as possible, that means I need to get this done. No, the boots are not £275, but I wouldn't mind getting a coat as well. So I want to get this all counted up, and hopefully I can get both of those things with this money. So this part, I'm not going to do the dice roll because I've got £45. I'm going to do 10, here. I'm probably going to end up boring you with this, aren't I? If I can, I'll speed it up, or I might just waffle through for you. How are you all? I hope you are doing well. Hope the budgets are going well. That's 20. Let's do a bit of an Esther wafty. Thank you, my money matters. Pop that there a moment, and let's get this 45 into this dice challenge. So this is one that I have not been counting up. It doesn't matter too much now whether I do or not, because we know what final goal is and what we're aiming for. So shall I just count it then, if that's my explanation? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds in coins. And then we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, so 138 pounds. So that's good. That's well on my way there to get those things that I would like to buy. Alrighty then, here we are, counting our first bit of money to go into January. Let's just start by saying I have been completely inspired by Gillian from Brown Skin Girl on YouTube, who is doing a £100 challenge for groceries. If I recall, she was doing this challenge inspired by someone else. So if you do watch this video, Gillian, please just remind me who it was that you were inspired by. But I know I have been inspired by Gillian. She's been putting daily updates on of how she's getting on. So she's given herself £100 for the month, and they're a family of 4, 2 I think teenage age children. So phenomenal. And at the point of me filming this, she's only done 80p. I think that's all she's spent. So yeah, anyway, brilliant stuff. So although we haven't started off January in this vein, I want to continue January all the way up until the 4th of February. So that's going to be our 4-week month. And we are going to do £100. So £100 for 4 weeks. Now, to be completely transparent, last week, so the first week of January, we bought £100 worth of food and household products. So nappies, wipes, kitchen roll, toilet roll, a bit of a stock of milk, bread, and things like that, because we said that we were going to, in one of our goals, do online grocery shopping. That's the plan, and that is still going to be the plan. But for the month of January, I thought, no, let's go one step further. Let's do this £100 challenge. We've stocked up pretty much within that £100, not deliberately stocked up, but it just so happens that a lot of what we've got should last us the month. But also, we have what I've been calling an apocalypse cupboard. I started sort of like mini prepping, I want to say, sort of September last year. And as much as I love the idea of having this cupboard full of food for these just in case apocalypse moments, I think it would be a good idea to use what we've got and then refresh it again at some point with things that maybe we actually use, because some things I bought and I don't know if we're ever going to actually eat them in those situations. I think actually let's eat them now, see if we like them, and then we can get them again. Anyway, all that to say that £100 of this money will be going towards groceries, and that's going to be the whole month. So just for this month only, we're going to be doing that challenge, £100 for groceries, and then after that, we're going to go back to our online weekly shop, food club, and then just little bits of change, and then a separate household envelope. So I do hope that makes sense. Whew, let's count some cash. How do I want to do this? I want to be one of those like really fast, you know. Should we try it? Let's see what happens. I already know I'm going to struggle. I mean, which way do I want to do it? This way? Let's have a go. 20, 40, oh no, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. Ooh. Dear, 94, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. £425 is what we have got for this week. This isn't a normal week. As I said, £100 is going to be fully for groceries, so this isn't our standard stuffing. So I'm going to pop that there. Let's probably not the best place for the cash, is it? Because I'm about to get the envelopes involved. Let's do it at least for now. So £100 for groceries, and I'm going to do that all in 20s because I can already tell I've got too many. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 is going into groceries. And that is for the whole month. I will try to at least do weekly updates of how we're getting on with that. Like I say, we've got a fully stocked cupboard, so we should do fairly well. So 100 in groceries. So household is going to be getting £10 a week. But again, like I said, this note situation isn't great. So I'm going to put in 20 and then I won't stuff it next week. So I need to make a quick note of that. So I just got my little cheat sheet here just so to make sure I don't put 10 in next week. So that's £20 for 2 weeks. On to transport. Now transport, we decided that we were going to do mostly online, and we have got £120 budgeted for the month. I have already put, was it £40 petrol in? Yeah, £40 petrol in, so we've got 60 left in our online account and then 20 in cash. So I'm going to be stuffing £5 this week. I hope that waffle made sense. £60 left in the account, £40 spent, £20 cash. We're going to stuff 5 a week for over 4 weeks. So there is 5 for transport. I don't know if this is going to be used for anything. I mentioned in a previous video that mostly the reason why we're going digital for transport is that most things that we get, like fuel, bus, trains, parking, most things are bank card. So I don't even know if we'll need this £5. So we'll see how we get on. We'll review it. That's what we're doing for now. And finally, spending is getting 25. So we're going to see how much of that. Are we going to see how much of that? I want to do a low spend month. So should I just get my dice challenge back out? Let's just do it. Let's just do it properly. We'll do it properly for this one. So of the £25, let's see how much is going to go into the dice challenge. £7. I'm going to put £10 in. Oh no, this will work. This will work. I'm just going to do it a really long way round. So I'm going to put £10 in and take £3 out. But then to make sure I have enough change, I now should be able to take 10, 15, 20 out of here, pop it here, and then put a 20 in here. That looks like it works all right, doesn't it? So there we go. Oh, I've zipped this up and I shouldn't. Let's open this back up. So that was £7. That's a green. I don't remember if this is the right green or not. That's not the right green. Hold on. Was it this one? I don't think it's this one either. Oh, is it? That looks like the right green. There we go. So, £7 into the dice challenge, but my plan is to spend none of the money. We will see how we get on, because obviously I really want those boots. I'm not going to be able to get them if I don't save up this money. Okay, so my little one has woken up, and I know there's no chance of me finishing this filming right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my spending money into the envelope, which is £18. I'm trying to do this one-handed because he's in my other hand. There we go. So that's the weeklies done. So through the magic of editing, you will see me in the next shot continuing to cash stuff this money, but it likely won't be me doing it on the same day. We'll see how we get on. Here we are then, everybody. It is the next day and something different. I'm having to do a voiceover. It turns out that little one didn't want to nap the next day, so spent his time downstairs playing with me and watching some of his favourite things on TV. So it put me in the position of thinking, do I still film? And I did want to, because I do want to hold myself accountable. So here we are with a voiceover. I hope it goes well and I hope it still works. We're about to cash stuff the money that is remaining. The weekly's already done, of course. So starting off with my annuals binder, I'm going to be doing something slightly different. So home insurance we have at the front, car insurance, followed by MOT and service. However, I've decided I want to group these together and start snowballing them. Car insurance is the one that comes out first. I think it's August. I say I think, I'm almost positive it's August is when it comes out. So I decided that I want to actually start snowballing. So I've got 100 in the bank and 20 in cash, and I'm taking the money out of home insurance, adding it over to the car insurance, and I'm going to do the same with the MOT and service, take the money out of there, which I hadn't saved much in all fairness because I skipped a couple of months, and I'm going to also add that to the car insurance as well. So let's take the opportunity to count up that money once I've got it all in a nice sensible order. So 100 in the bank, and we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 200 and the 5 as well. So 205 in total before today's cash stuffing. So I usually put £10 to car insurance each week, £10 to the MOT and service, and £15 to home insurance. So you're going to see me stuffing £35, and it's all going to go into the car insurance because that's the first one, and I want to get it done. I feel like it's going to be more motivating to see that envelope fuller nearer the start of the year, and then I can really get into gear with all of the others. So 100 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 30, 35, 40. Now, I had a complete obsession with swapping out money, so I'm swapping the 2 5s for a 10, and then I realised, oh, I've got 2 10s, let's swap them for a 20, because I was absolutely adamant that I didn't have enough money, didn't have enough smaller denominations even, but you'll see later on I was absolutely fine. So continuing just to flick through to see what else is needed. Debt is something that we're not stuffing at the moment. Holidays is one that we are stuffing, and I put £20 into this one. Now, I can't fill in the tracker yet because we've only put in £20, and I think the smallest denomination on the tracker is £45, but I will be able to do it by the end of the month. Christmas, this one is exciting. Had I not had filmed this, you wouldn't have seen this gorgeous binder hopefully swing into shot. Look at that, that wasn't bad timing. I love it. It's the Christmas Baubles binder from Iris, and I'm so pleased that I waited till today to film because it arrived today, so that's really good news. So we're going to be stuffing the Christmas binder in January, and the first £20 is going in, and I'm so proud because we only started stuffing in October for 2022 and it was a shambles money wise, so I'm really hoping that Christmas 2023 is going to be a lot more promising. So yes, this binder is from Iris Budgets. If you're wanting one, I know that it takes her so long to make them, and I know she's mentioned in a video about checking out some of her Etsy shops as well, but yeah, the quality of them is really good, so I'm so excited to have started. Skipping through to subscriptions, that's going to get £10. I'm toying around with the idea of including subscriptions into the snowball as well, but I hadn't thought about it at the time of this one. So here you go, you can see me swapping out a 10 again, so I can put in a 20, and there's now £60 in subscriptions. That's going to be for things like the TV licence and Disney Plus, and potentially any others that we can try and get yearly. Emergency isn't getting anything, and neither is mortgage, so that completes our annual binder. On to our variable binder next. Gifts isn't getting stuffed this week, it will get stuffed next week instead. We are going to do date night though. So originally I was going to put in £40, and then because we're trying to do this low spend month, I thought, no, let me just put in 20 because we've got some money going into Days Out, which includes our little one, but we can do something nice with £20 if we want to for a date. Days Out is getting 40 though, because just because I'm doing a low spend, I don't want my little one to have to miss out on things. It's not even necessarily that we'll spend all of this, but it's nice to have it just in case we do. Girls Trip, poor thing, is getting nothing. I almost feel like I should take it out. Boys Trip has been stuffed, but it's a digital stuffing, so £100 has gone in. That's what's been going in every month since we started this one. I'm going to be putting in this 100 placeholder from Iris Budgets, but since recording I've actually taken that out along with the 250s and swapped it for a 200 instead. So there is £400 in Boys Trip. Technically not in the bank because I've mentioned in previous videos my partner is actually spending from it as we go, but I'm just recording how much goes in rather than what goes in and out. It'll get too confusing. I stall on this one a little bit, but I actually don't stuff back to school. This is a new one, but we're going to do that hopefully later in the month for him starting nursery soon. On to car maintenance. I'm glad that I'm finally stuffing car maintenance. You'll see I picked up a 10 because we are going to stuff it with 10, but then I realised, I can put a 20 in instead. So that's what's going in, and we now have 25 in car maintenance. So hopefully that car wash will happen soon. The next envelope is a new one. It's medical, and it's actually one of our goals for the year was to start a medical fund. So I like having nice simple goals. This one ticked off, £10 is going in, goal achieved, because we have begun this one. This was an old envelope I used as well for the 1 calendar moon challenge. I haven't wiped the moon off. Home and garden is a new envelope, and I will briefly talk about it a little bit later, but hopefully more so in another video in the future where I can go into a little bit more detail. Dice challenge has already been done, and then this is the Little Duck Save 25 challenge from Esther at My Money Matters. I really messed up with this one. I'm ticking things off of screen, but I realise it's quite a small challenge, so I'm going to include this budget with PED challenge at 35, and I'm going to do them both together into the envelope. No set place for this money yet, but we've got some ideas of what we think we're going to do with it. So you're missing me tick off a few of the bottom ones. I skipped past it, and here I go ticking the rest. I'm going to be stuffing £20 into this one because I didn't want to stuff the full 25 and then have done it straight away, because that would have felt boring to me, and it probably would have looked boring as well. So stuffing £20 in for this week. On to the birthday envelope. So it's my little one's birthday coming up next out of our little family, and I was just counting all of the letters and how much I want to do for each one. So I decided £10 for each letter, and £20 is going in this week. So I'm going to be colouring in 2 of the letters. Moving on to my lovely new flower press resin binder. I love it. And we're doing the budget with PED 20 times 23 challenge, saving £20 23 times over the year. And again, this is another one without a purpose. We're doing £20 today, and I'm hoping to stuff this every other week so it takes up the year. As you can now see, I have no £20 notes, and I actually wanted to put a £20 note into this one, not 2 10s. So again, off camera afterwards, I've swapped the money around, so there is now a £20 note in there instead. But yes, it's exciting to start a challenge and not particularly have a purpose yet. I'm sure we will do at some point soon, but hopefully this is one that can just fill throughout the year every other week. Moving on to the next challenge. This is going to be for half term. I believe I'm 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, needed to count the money to check how much was left. So £50 left, and I'm putting £15 into this. So this is for half term. I realised that I really do need money towards these kind of periods, half terms and holidays, because we end up doing more spending at that time. So £15 going in, and then each heart is worth £5. You'll see me colour 2 on camera. I forgot about the third, but I've done it again after recording the video. On to the Enchanted binder from Iris Budgets again, and this is the debt binder, making debt look pretty, and it's getting its final 15 today, and I'm so excited. So £10 is going into the £10 envelope, and then there's another envelope where I already had 5 in it, but it's another 10 envelope, so I put an additional 5 in. And again, off camera, I've swapped it out because I wanted the actual £10 note in there, not 2 £5. But I'm so excited. That's £250 saved. That's our first £250 saved towards our loan debt. And I'm going to be unstuffing this soon and cashing it into the bank. And honestly, I'm so excited, and I'm so proud of us for getting this done. So ticking off those final 2, so proud of us. I may potentially do a video of me unstuffing the binder, but if I do, it will likely just be a short, because I don't know how much I could waffle, but it will be too much waffling. Onto the dice challenge, I rolled an 8, not the dice challenge, the roll with it challenge, and I rolled an 8, which is household debt. So I do £10 each time I do this roll with it challenge, but sometimes it can be 5, but it's 10 this week, and that is going into the Bank of Me. So Bank of Me now has £760, 750 of which is in the bank, and we have the 10 that has just been stuffed into the envelope for now. Think we might do something different, as I mentioned earlier, with this money, but we'll talk about that in a video where I don't feel as time pressured. The final £10, we are finally nearing the end, and I decided that I'm going to put this into Home and Garden. As I mentioned earlier, we're looking at getting new flooring, so we do need to start building up this envelope. So £10 is going into there. I'm really excited to get started on gathering up this money as quickly as possible so that we can do some more home improvements. So that marks the end of this video. I do hope that you enjoyed it, and thank you for sticking around with me. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Bye bye.